again to invite Helen and also Clarence, and then we talk about this time where we go. We go to Egypt.
Ooh.
And we can see Helen dressed something like Egyptian. She got her scarf, and then we all, three of us all just come back from Egypt. And then we are so happy to share more regarding Egypt and then bring this kind of energy to Malaysia. and because we know Malaysia love Egypt things a lot. And I know Hong Kong people as well. But this year, we really would love Helen to have the relationship workshop. People who love Egypt, you really can fly to Malaysia and then receive this kind of messages and also the knowledge about Egypt from Helen. Yes. And then today, first of all, we would love to talk about Isis. And then I know Helen very connected to Isis, right? Yes, and then it will be a very good time for Helen to share regarding who is Isis, because not everyone familiar with the Egypt god and goddesses. And then for myself, I know Isis is the energy is quite similar to Kun Yin in Chinese, yes, right? And then so it is very honor for us to invite Helen to share more about Egypt to us. And then so who is Isis, and then how she support people or help people.
So Isis, like you say, very much like Guan Yin energy. She's also super intelligent, and she's very, very accepting, practical, loving, and excellent at helping people heal with emotions or cleanse emotions, do magic. This workshop, not so much about magic, but she does magic too. Well, yeah, there will be some magic in it. Yeah. And I have memory from being a priestess of Isis, quite strong memory. So it makes it much easier for me to be able to share about it, because I have confidence with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But right now, when you say how's Isis energy like, and who's and how she's like, and then I think you are describing yourself.
Me too. I'm thinking the same thing.
Really Isis, you are really so connected with her.
Yeah.
That's why you have past life with her, I think. Right? Yeah. Can you tell us more about your past life with Isis?
Yeah, well, actually, for those of us who were in Egypt, those of us who were in the temples, it was our, if you were in the temple of Isis, it was your job to become more like Isis. If you're on the temple of Hathor, it's your job to become more like Hathor. So, it's like a frequency, a vibration, and we learn how to embody that. So, I can remember, I remember the love. I remember lots of things. I remember dancing. And the feeling about the physical body in that lifetime, in that culture, was very different. It was much freer. No kind of shame or embarrassment about our bodies. I remember being a young girl in the temple. I remember being a much more mature person. And as a much more mature person, I was fairly high up in the temple. And I remember I was a bit like a mum or a mother to a large group. And we told stories, we did magical ritual, we did healing work, so many different things.
So you just like the teacher or mom, and then teach those little who are in the Isis temple, and then you nurture them, and then teach them the ritual, and then just like kindergarten teacher.
But not just kindergarten, also teaching adults. Actually, in some ways, quite similar to what I'm doing now.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Really, the only difference is now, if I teach a workshop, it's maybe just me or you because you're translating and helping, and maybe my husband's helping. But in Egypt, there would have been a team of us. That's really the big difference.
Oh.
So you also train up the priestess, right?
Yes, that was one of my jobs. Yeah.
Wow.
So really, I haven't heard this before. So I really just like blown out. Oh my god! Right now I'm so happy that I'm trained by you, and it seems like I got those kind of frequency. And so in this coming workshop, and then how the people can experience with Isis, what kind of thing they are looking for?
Well, this is a really powerful workshop. It's a deeply cleansing workshop, cleansing our energy, and it's learning a lot about emotion, because Isis has a really deep understanding about feeling and emotion. And we were taught in that temple that there are 4 main emotions, and it's mad, sad, glad, and scared. So mad is like angry, right? Sad, you understand that. Glad, happy, scared is obvious. And it can seem like sometimes those heavy emotions like anger or being scared, it can seem like they're really negative. And I don't like to feel them, and most people don't. But the teaching from Isis is it's just energy. And every emotion has a purpose and has a value. And so anger, it's a message. It's telling you something's not right, something's wrong. And it gives you energy. When we get angry, we can have a lot of energy. And it gives you the energy to be empowered to change things. Sadness or grief, I need to tell you this, it's not just teachings from Isis. Isis worked with frequencies of other goddesses. And in this workshop, we will also work with a goddess called Nephthys. She's lovely. She's the sister of Isis, and she's so kind and understanding, a bit dreamy, but she really understands about freedom. And she says that when we feel grief, when we're missing something that we've lost, a person we've lost, whether it's the end of a relationship or somebody's died, something like that, actually what it's doing is it's giving us space for something new. So there's something about grief that leads to freedom. And it also reminds us how precious love is. And then there's another goddess called Serket. She's a Scorpio goddess. And we might think, oh, Scorpion, that's going to be scary. And yes, but she understands fear. She understands scary, and she helps us breathe and relax and not be so scared. And actually in Egypt, one of her titles was She Who Helps You Breathe. And when you think about it, when we get scared, that's what we most need to do. Slow down, take a deep breath. So she has teachings. And there's also another goddess, Neith. She's fabulous. She helps us with joy and happiness. Now, you think that would be easy. Everybody understands that. But actually, often we don't really give ourselves permission to be joyful. We hold back. So she helps us welcome joy and helps us move in a direction, get clear about what's fulfilling, what nourishes us, self-love as well. Let's see. So those will all work with, and Isis herself, she teaches about anger, which is really interesting because in all the stories about Egypt, you never hear a story of Isis getting angry. And right? And lots of bad things happen to her, like her husband is murdered and she has to look after her son, and the son's uncle is trying to kill her son. So you think she would get angry, but actually she's really empowered. She's really strong and she's really adventurous. And so she knows how to transform anger into a more positive energy and use it. And these are all connected with our organs. They teach, I could talk about this for a long time. So there might come a point you'll have to tell me to change topic because I'll keep going.
Yes, no, it is very
interesting
to hear.
Like they teach about anger and the liver. They teach about the lungs and grief. They talk about the intestines and fear, and the stomach and joy. What we take in.
Just this one really looked like Chinese as well. We know how to relate and then intuition as well. But just right now when I hear, have you ever seen the cartoon, the Disney cartoon Inside Out? Have you ever seen that one? No. Then I can share. Yes, let me share. And when I just hear what Helen say, it reminds me about the Inside Out, or this cartoon is talking about all the emotion. I think maybe the Inside Out writer know about the text as well, because really it's about how we can accept our emotion and how we can transform because emotion really energy. And then how we can accept our own emotional and not just treat those kind of anger or grief is a negative emotion, but how we can make good use of it. I think it is a very important messages that Helen just bring to us. And then it reminds us, how in this workshop we can know with the help of all the goddesses, just right now Helen mentioned, and then how we can transform, accept first, I think accept, and then transform, and then bring healing, and then we would turn to be more complete, because we not just ignore one part or because in Hong Kong, I don't know whether in Malaysia, the people suppress their own emotional a lot and then don't know how to deal with it. And then that's why in this workshop, I think it's a very releasing one. Helen will guide us to, with the help of all the goddesses, and then release, and then transform, and then to change how we can embrace all those kind of emotions. Yes. And then it is very, very interesting to hear of all those goddesses, because what we know always is about Isis, but don't know so many goddesses to support. Yes, we are so happy to know about this kind of workshop, and at the end we got the celebration, right?
Yes, very important. Energy, who's sometimes shown in the form of a goddess. She's called Ma'at, and her energy is about complete. Her energy is about having a light heart. So that will be, you're like your heart as light as a feather.
Oh God, I love it. I'm very looking forward to it, because when I hear, I think it is really very good to activate our feminine energy, because in the cities like Malaysia or Hong Kong, And then when we grow up, we used to be trained with our logical mind and suppress our feminine energy. And then no one teaches us how to deal with emotion. Even our parents don't know how.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. And then that's why
maybe you need to teach your parents.
Because if the parents know how to deal with, and then they know how to teach the children, and then how to build up the relationship with the children, and then the children grow up better, to be accept or embrace. And then I think this workshop is really powerful to activate our own feminine energy and how to balance, I think. Because we always suppress our feminine energy, but not touch it and things like that. Yes. Yeah. And then so it is very good workshop that we know in the workshop we can experience, and then after that we know we are all completed, right? Yeah. So happy. And going forward, besides Isis healing workshop, and then I think it is time for Helen to share more about those Egypt god and goddesses. I know Helen really interesting to share, and then she can talk and when she talk about Egypt. So because after our trip to Egypt, myself and Karen, I think we really connected to different kind of god and goddesses and know how the power or frequency look like. And then right now I'm familiar. That's why we are so happy to ask Helen to introduce to our audience to get to know better about Egypt god and goddesses. Yes, so happy. And going forward, besides Isis healing workshop, and then I think it is time for Helen to share more about those Egypt god and goddesses. I know Helen really interesting to share, and then she can talk and when she talk about Egypt. So because after our trip to Egypt, myself and Karen, I think we really connected to different kind of god and goddesses and know how the power or frequency look like. And then right now I'm familiar. That's why we are so happy to ask Helen to introduce to our audience to get to know better about Egypt god and goddesses. Yes.
Yeah, it's like a bit like understanding different frequencies, or a bit like understanding ascended masters. And once you have a feeling for it, it's really helpful because it can help you in your life too. So very different energy to Isis would be Sekhmet. Yeah, because she is lioness. You know, if you are having a tough day, you're feeling, oh, my life is so difficult, you're feeling sorry for yourself, go see Isis. She'll be very accepting, very kind. Go see Sekhmet. She will say, well, do something about it. It's a different energy. She is much more black and white. But she helps us find courage and strength. She teaches about protection, including our immune system. And she's also an incredible, and she's known as the mighty one. She's really powerful. And it's just, it's a different frequency and a different reason for going to see her. Yeah. She expects, if you have a tough life, she doesn't want to hear, oh, poor you, I'm such a victim. She wants you, she will help you only if you help yourself.
But Isis is more compassionate and then comfort, and then for Sekhmet is just boost up your confidence. Okay, come on, girls, you can make it. Exactly.
And then another energy, which is actually they say this is like the opposite side to Sekhmet. This is Hathor. Oh, such a beautiful energy. I've learned so much from Hathor. She's so good at so many things. She's really good at attracting abundance. She's good at celebrating life and joy. And there's a lot of beauty in Hathor. And I think when I was younger, I didn't really understand about beauty. I thought beauty was just not important. It was just what someone looks like and superficial. But now I have a deeper understanding, because Hathor says beauty's not really what you look like, it's who you are inside. And it's reminding us how beautiful nature is, how beautiful life is. And wouldn't it be good to go and dance and sing and maybe even make babies? You know, she's...
People who want to have a baby will go to Hathor, right?
Yeah, you could also go to Isis, but if you want to learn how to have fun making babies, or maybe maybe the process without having the baby, that would be Hathor. She's good at sexuality and sensuality. Basically, it's about having joy in life.
Yes.
Yeah. So she also helps with confidence. Yeah.
After that, Karen's connected to Hathor and in Egypt. That's why when she come back, it's so pretty and so confident.
Yeah, and Clarence, you really hold that energy, you know, and even now you've got that beautiful background, that golden light behind you. Yeah, Hathor was one of her titles was the Golden One.
Oh, really?
Really? Yeah.
Oh.
It's such a beautiful energy. And although she is very female, men can also learn from her too.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
True. Because most of the men don't know how to be joy and safe, and then it is very good for the men to learn from Hathor. Yes, totally agree.
Don't be so serious. Have fun.
Yeah. So, and I'll talk about 3 male ones in a moment. So we're doing a channeling workshop in Malaysia. And there will be like an introductory class, which is really helping people have a deeper understanding of these different energies and a beginning. And then the second workshop was more advanced. And with the channeling, people can get scared of channeling sometimes, and for good reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it is important to be safe. But I know a method which I'm going to teach you, which is very safe, because it's like, if you want to channel Hathor, it's like you know the process, you know how to stand, what to say. It's like dialing the phone number for Hathor.
Yes.
So it's much safer. Whereas some channeling, you just say, okay, I'm just asking for someone to come and talk through me, like mediumship. And that's opening the door to anybody or phoning anybody at random. In this workshop, we're not being random. We are phoning Hathor or Sekhmet or Isis or one of the others. So it's safer. And because I remember this from the temples, one of the things I love about this tradition is the gods and goddesses are not separate from humans.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, we just worship. We're supposed to learn how to become like the gods and goddesses, and to hold the same energy. So we were trained to become Hathor, become Nephthys, become Isis, and to try our best to become, they are examples of wisdom, they're examples of courage and to how to be like them. There are ways to stand, to sit, things to say that help you really feel the energy.
This is really important for what you just say, because for channeling, we always think that channeling is just receive message from the God, but after you explain, we can clearly know, okay, in the workshop, we not only receive the message from heart talk or segment, but also channel the energy to support us in daily life. I think it is really, really important. And then most of us learning spiritual thing and then forgot. I can channel this energy and then become myself, and then how to face my daily life challenges or how to enjoy life, and then it is very important. Thank you for letting us know.
Party Hathor. Sitting an exam, Thoth. Leadership, Horus. Yeah. So some of the male gods, Horus, he's somebody who grows and learns all throughout his life. So he's a very good example to us that even we make a mistake, we can learn from it. And he is an energy of a good leader who can see like the big picture. He is symbolized by a falcon. Falcon is a bit like an eagle that flies really high and can see many things, but can also focus and do it quickly. With all of these energies, because we will learn ways to stand and move, even you go into the office, you don't have to say, okay, now I'm going to channel. Yeah, your boss will probably think you're crazy, right? But let's say, you're going into the office and you want to show your leadership skills. You can remember how Horus walks, or remember the feeling of Horus, and bring that energy with you. Or if you're a student, Thoth is so good at knowledge and wisdom and information, everything from speaking other languages to mathematics. So he's a good one to connect with. Actually, Venus, I think you might have a connection here as well.
Yes.
Because he's very good at writing.
Yes.
And he can also teach us automatic writing. And we'll practice that as well.
Oh my God, so happy. And then I know, okay, I can work with him, and then I can do the automatic writing. Or when I learn, right now I'm learning Mandarin, and then I can channel it, and then I can speak fluently.
Because he understands all the languages.
It really support. For the people who love to learn other languages.
I didn't study at this temple. I'm not good at foreign languages.
But your language is still very good, I think.
Thank you. Although he does teach about crystal grids, and I am good at that. So
yes. You're also connected. I think you were connected with all the Egypt items.
Yes. And another one I just want to mention is Osiris. And this is a very interesting energy. It's really good for many things. It's good for going inside and being quiet and rest and good sleep. But it's also good for going inside and finding your inner strength. All of them also can be connected with parts of the body, and he is connected with the backbone or our spine. It's like the inside of you that keeps you strong.
That's why I'm so connected with him when I go to Egypt. And I start the breathing class after the Egypt trip, and then it really related to the spine.
Ah, interesting.
Yes. It teach really a lot of inner strength from Osiris to me, and then I have received a lot of learning and then teaching from him in Egypt. Yes. Yes, thank you, Helen, for letting us know so many god and goddesses and how their frequency is, and then know what's about channeling. And then I think the people who are watching this right now, and then you will really just like me, and then I will think who I'm most connecting with. And then yes, because before I go to Egypt, I always think that I'm quite connected to Isis, and then after the Egypt trip, I said, okay, Osiris. I most connected with Osiris, and then so I don't know what's your choice, but right now, we are so happy to ask Helen to lead us a short meditation to see current moment who is the most synchronized or most who's the god or goddesses want to support you right now. Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Thank you.
Okay, good. So everybody get comfortable and take a nice deep breath. And another breath. And one more. And as you breathe, just giving permission for your physical body to relax. And with your eyes closed, relaxing all the muscles in your face, relaxing your shoulders, and finding a rhythm of breathing that feels comfortable. And as you breathe, relaxing your chest and allowing your tummy to relax, and letting your back be as comfortable as possible, and relaxing your legs all the way down to your feet and your toes, and relaxing your arms all the way down to your fingers. Very good. Now let's imagine that you are in Egypt. It's so good. We're back in ancient times. It's very safe. It's a beautiful day. And right now, let's imagine you are outside a temple. It's a beautiful temple. It's made of stone. There are colored drawings on the temple. The weather is beautiful, so if you can imagine there's a lovely sky above you. The ground underneath your feet is very comfortable. The air smells fresh and good. It's a beautiful day. And you are being invited, welcomed to come inside this temple. So allow yourself, give yourself permission to step forwards. There's an entrance and you go into the temple. And inside the first space is big. It's like a big courtyard. Lots of space in here. And it smells even better. There may be incense. You may hear singing or chants. It's a good place to be. You are welcome. And somebody, a priest or priestess, will come forwards to greet you. It might be a guide, could be a spirit guide. Somebody will come forwards to greet you and tell you, welcome. We've been waiting for you. We remember you. You are so welcome here. Please come deeper into the temple. So this person, this spirit guide or priest or priestess, may take you by the hand or may just walk beside you as you go deeper. And this person or this guide is going to take you deep inside the temple. And deep inside this temple, there are many different doors. Each door leads into the energy of a different god or goddess. There are lots of doors here. There may be doors to all the gods and goddesses Helen was talking about. There may be a door to one she didn't talk about. And this guide or priest or priestess stands with you and helps you and says, take a nice deep breath. And you breathe. And this guide or priest or priestess says, ask the question, which is the energy you most need to help you in your life right now? So you find yourself asking this question, what is the energy? What is the God, Goddess energy I most need right now? And this guide says, trust yourself. Move forwards. Go through a doorway. And as you go, so go forwards, go through a doorway. As you step through this door, you are entering into the sanctuary, the special place for one of these gods or goddesses. And inside here, there will be pictures, there will be images, there will be smells and sounds, there will be a feeling. Which is the energy that is right for you at the moment? You might even meet the god or the goddess. I'll remind you of some of the possibilities. Some of you might meet Isis with compassion and wings. She has these amazing wings. She may want to love you, to welcome you. Or maybe you meet Thoth. He has that energy of how to learn wisdom, to speak, to write, to do so many different things. He sometimes has the energy of a baboon or this amazing ibis bird. Or maybe you walked through the doorway from Osiris. It's about your backbone and inner strength and rest. Or maybe it's the lioness, Sekhmet. So brave, so strong. It's a very solar sun energy. She's also a healer. Or maybe you walk through the doorway of Hathor. Beauty, celebration, dance, party, abundance. Or maybe it's the doorway of Horus, the falcon, also courage and leadership. Or maybe it's someone that Helen hasn't talked about, another god or goddess. Trust yourself. Whoever you are with, whichever sanctuary it is, breathe in the energy. Allow yourself to notice any images, any feelings, any colors, any smells. What is the energy you most need in your life right now? Give that energy permission to help you, to teach you. And trust, you are welcome here. This energy, this goddess, this god, will teach you and help you, guide you in your life. Maybe you will get a message. Maybe the message might come in the form of an image or words or a feeling. maybe this message will come to you now, or maybe it will come to you a bit later, perhaps when you are sleeping, or maybe at another time. Trust yourself. Allow this energy to help you and breathe it in. If you choose, you can stay in this meditation longer. And breathe and enjoy. Trust yourself. If you choose, you can come back. For those of you who are coming back, remember your human body. Remember where you live in this current year. And remember where you are sitting when you started this meditation, and begin to come back into your physical body, feeling your toes and your feet, feeling your hands and your fingers, opening your eyes and coming all the way back. And as you come back, it can sometimes help to look at your own hands or rub your hands, coming all the way back, wide awake. Very well done. Well done, everybody.
Thank you so much. I feel strong. I feel very strong. Taurus. Give me the leader and courage.
I feel a very strong energy with Osiris.
Oh.
Osiris like, I'm waiting you.
Yes, I think just right now with Helen's short meditation, I think everyone can experience how powerful and strong experience you have. And then if you want to know more and then really know how to channel the energy to support your own life and also to receive messages from this kind of God and Goddess, I think it is very good chances for you to connect with different kind of God and Goddesses, and then you can choose with your own will, and then to ask them to support in daily life. I think really helpful. And then this workshop is only in Malaysia, sorry, Hong Kong people. If you really love to experience, and you are very welcome to join the Malaysia one, and then we can all see you in Malaysia, and then bring the Egypt to Malaysia. And then so just leave their comment and then let us know which God or Goddesses right now you connected with, and then we would love to know, we would love to see your answers. Okay, thank you so much for Helen.
Thank you.
To share a lot of things to us again, and then thank you, Karen, to support, and then we see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Venus.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.